What if I told you that one plant in your home could change the energy around your money, your work, and the decisions you make every day? I am not saying a leaf will make money fall from the sky, my people, but I will tell you something I learned over the years. A living plant teaches abundance. A healthy plant teaches consistency. A growing plant reminds you that your life can grow too. My name is Zion. I'm 55 years old, and after many years watching plants, homes, businesses, and people, I understood something simple. Prosperity does not enter a place that is dry, forgotten, and lifeless. That is why today I want to show you 13 plants that many traditions connect with money, luck, protection, and abundance. But stay with me, because the last one is not just any plant. Many people call it the money plant, and when you understand the shape of its leaves, you will never look at it the same way again. Before we begin, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below, "I attract abundance." And tell me too, do you already have plants at home, or are you starting from zero? Let's begin. The first plant is basil. Many people look at basil and only think about cooking, sauce, pasta, and aroma. But in many old traditions, basil was seen as a plant that clears heavy energy and opens the road for prosperity. And look how beautiful that is. Basil is used in food. That means abundance enters through the kitchen, because the kitchen is where you feed your body, your family, and your life. Basil needs sun, moderate water, and constant care. If it starts to flower, cut those flowers so it keeps producing strong leaves. And here is Zion's message. If you want abundance, you cannot abandon what feeds you. Place it in the kitchen, near a window, or by the entrance if it gets good light. And every time you cut a few leaves, do it with intention, not with desperation. With gratitude, comment basil if this would be your first plant. Now let's talk about oxalis, also known as the lucky clover. This plant is small, but it carries beautiful energy. Its leaves open with the light and close at night. That may seem simple, but it teaches something deep. There are moments to open yourself to opportunities, and moments to close the door to what drains your energy. In many cultures, clover represents luck, faith, hope, and fortune. Oxalis needs bright, indirect light and moderate watering. Do not place it under harsh, direct sun because its delicate leaves can burn. A good place for it is your desk, your work area, or a corner where you study and think about your next steps. If you are looking for a new opportunity, comment below. New opportunity. Now let's talk about mint. Mint is not a quiet plant. Mint moves, spreads, grows fast, and takes space. And that is why many traditions connect it with movement, business, ideas, and money that circulates. Mint says, do not stay stuck. If you give it a small pot, soon it wants more space. That is also a lesson. Sometimes your abundance does not grow because your mind is still living in a small pot. Give it light, moist soil, and trim the tips so it branches out. Every good cut makes the plant multiply. That is real abundance. Cut with wisdom, and it comes back stronger. Place it in the kitchen, on the balcony, or near your work area. And if you want your financial life to start moving, comment, "Let it move." Now comes a very well-known plant, Pothos. Pothos is strong, generous, and almost indestructible. It grows by trailing, climbing, reaching, searching for a path. And that is what I love about it. Pothos does not wait for the perfect place. It grows with what it has. Its heart-shaped leaves, often marked with golden tones, are connected with prosperity, expansion, and growth energy. But listen to this. A pothos in a dark corner can survive, yes, but a pothos with good light truly grows. And the same thing happens with people. Surviving is not the same as prospering. Give it indirect light, water when the soil dries a little, and clean its leaves so it can breathe better. Place it high and let its vines fall like a waterfall. That image alone looks like abundance flowing towards you. Comment Pothos if you already have one at home. The next plant is spider plant. This plant carries a powerful lesson. When it is healthy, it produces babies. Small plants hanging from the mother plant. That is abundance multiplying. It does not keep everything to itself. It gives, it shares, it produces more life. And that is why I respect this plant. Spider plant is good for beginners. It likes indirect light, moderate watering, and a place where it can hang freely. When the babies appear, do not cut them too soon. Let them grow a little. Watch abundance overflow. Then you can plant them or give them away. And here is my question for you. Are you someone who keeps everything out of fear, or someone who shares because you trust? Comment, abundance is shared. Now comes lucky bamboo, and even though it is not true bamboo, its symbolism is strong. In many Asian traditions, it represents growth, flexibility, and steady prosperity. And here is the lesson. Bamboo bends, but it does not break. That is what we need in our financial life. Flexibility. Because money changes, work changes, plans change, but if you are flexible, you stay standing. Many people use 6 or 8 stalks to symbolize prosperity. Care for it with clean water, indirect light, and no harsh sun. If you keep it in water, change the water every 2 weeks. And if it starts turning yellow, do not ignore it. The plant is speaking. Comment, flexible and strong if you understand this lesson. Now we come to a warrior, Sansevieria, also called snake plant. This plant is protection. Its leaves point upward like swords. And in many homes, it is used to cut heavy energy, protect the entrance, and keep stability. I like it because it is resilient. It can handle little water, little attention, and still stay alive. But do not abuse that. A strong plant also deserves care. Sansevieria teaches stability, and stability is part of prosperity. Because it is useless to earn money if everything leaks away through holes. Place it near the entrance, in a corner, or in your office, but do not place it directly in front of you while you work, because its energy is very strong. If you have a Sansevieria, comment, protection. Now we arrive at Jade. This plant looks like it was made to talk about money. Round, thick, green, shiny leaves, like little living coins. That is why many cultures call it the money plant. But jade does not rush. It grows slowly, firmly, with a thick trunk, with presence. And that is the lesson. True wealth does not always arrive fast. Many times it is built slowly, with strong roots. Jade needs a lot of light and little water. If you water it too much, it rots. Look at that lesson. Even good things, when done without balance, can harm you. Place your jade in a bright spot, near your workspace, or in the prosperity area of your home. And every time you see it grow, remember, your abundance can also grow with patience. Comment, patience, and wealth. Now comes the elephant bush, also called the tree of abundance. Many people confuse it with jade, but this one has its own power. Its leaves are small, many, and numerous. And when you prune it, it responds by creating more branches. That is a direct lesson. When you organize your life, when you cut what is unnecessary, when you release what is heavy, you create space for something new to grow. This plant loves light. It wants sun. It wants clarity. Because abundance also needs clarity. You cannot prosper while always hiding, dimming yourself, and living without direction. You can shape it like a small tree, almost like a little bonsai of prosperity, and the cuttings you remove can become new plants. Do not throw away what can multiply. Comment, I multiply. Now let's talk about the corn plant, also called Brazilian wood or dracaena. This plant has presence. It grows upward, with long leaves, often marked with yellow or golden tones. That makes it a plant connected with success, professional growth, and rising energy. This is not just small money energy. This is level up energy, improving your reputation, opening paths at work. The corn plant needs bright indirect light and moderate watering. It does not like excess water, and if the tips turn brown, check the water, humidity, and environment. Sometimes a plant shows blockages before we want to see them. Place it in the living room, office, or somewhere you receive visitors. It is a plant that says, there is growth here. Comment, level up, if you are in that season. Now we enter one of the most famous plants, Pachira, the money tree. This is the classic feng shui plant for businesses, homes, and offices. Many people recognize it by its braided trunk, and that braid carries a message. Several forces united can create one abundance. Pachira has large green open leaves, almost like hands ready to receive. But to receive, you must also be prepared. Care for it with bright indirect light, water when the soil dries a little, and good humidity. Do not let it sit in water. Rotten roots cannot support prosperity. Place it in your office, near the entrance, or in a visible place in your home. And every time you water it, do not do it distracted. Do it as a reminder. I am caring for what I want to grow. Comment, money tree, if this is the plant that calls you most. Now comes the peace lily. And many people ask, Zion, why is a plant of peace on a prosperity list? Because true prosperity is not born from chaos. It is born from clarity. When your mind is exhausted, when your home feels heavy, when everything is stress and anxiety, it is hard to make good decisions. Peace lily clears, calms, and harmonizes. Its white flowers look like flags of peace, and that teaches us. Sometimes the first step to attracting more abundance is not running faster. It is calming the environment. This plant prefers indirect light and slightly moist soil. It tells you when it is thirsty. Its leaves droop, but do not always wait until it is suffering. Care for it before the crisis. That also applies to money. Do not wait until everything is broken before you organize your life. Comment, peace first. And now we reach the plant I wanted to leave for the end. Gollum jade, also called finger jade, dollar plant, or tubular jade. This plant is different. Its leaves are not flat like regular jade. They are tubular, like little green funnels with reddish tips when they receive good light. And that is why many people see it as a plant that does not only attract prosperity, but captures it. The leaves look like little hands, little channels, little open containers. But listen carefully. There is no point in having a Gollum jade abandoned, dry, dark, or rotting. A prosperity plant must be alive, strong, and cared for. Give it plenty of light. Water only when the soil is completely dry. Do not drown it. And if the tips turn red with the sun, many say it is at its most active point. You can place it on your desk, near a bright window, or in the prosperity area of your home. But more important than the location is your relationship with it. When you care for it, you train your mind to care for your money. When you prune it, you learn to organize. When you propagate it, you learn to multiply. When you share it, you learn that abundance is not fear, it is flow. If this one was your favorite, comment Gollum jade. Now, my people, here is the most important truth of the video. No plant will replace your action. No plant will pay your bills if you do not move. No plant will build your future if you do not change your habits. But a plant can help you remember. Remember that everything alive needs care. Remember that abundance grows with consistency. Remember that what is abandoned dries up, and what is cared for can multiply. Start with one. You do not need all 13 today. Choose the one that connects with you most. If you want something easy, start with Sansevieria or Pothos. If you want classic money energy, start with Jade or Pachira. If you want peace and clarity, start with Peace Lily. If you want multiplication, start with Spider Plant or Elephant Bush. But start, and when you have it, do not treat it like decoration. Treat it like a living symbol of what you want to build. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these plants would you keep at home? Basil, oxalis, mint, pothos, spider plant, bamboo, sansevieria, jade, elephant bush, corn plant, pachira, peace lily, or Gollum jade? Write it in the comments. And if you made it this far, comment, "My abundance is growing." That tells me you are walking with me until the end. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to renew the energy of their home, business, or life. I'm Zion, and I believe prosperity begins when you start caring again for what is alive. Care for your plants, care for your mind, care for your energy, care for your decisions, because abundance does not come only because you wish for it. Abundance grows where there is intention, care, and movement. Blessings, my people. I'll see you in the next video.